Go.
Okay. This is my wife.
Ex-wife.
I haven't signed. This is my mother.
Dead mother.
Yes. Thanks. Thank you for the reminder.
我死了。诶，咱做个福建话，就爱有按摩字的。诶，过来了。
这样人家才会明白你嘛。
诶，你嘛是有嘞？
对呀、
啊？诶，你嘛是有，讲的呢？真好笑嘞！啊？哈哈哈哈！哈哈哈哈！我就没事。
This one will be laughing and going all over the place. My mother passed away 15 years ago. Her body was breaking down. It has so many problems that I do not know which one killed her.
And still, you refuse to let her go. The same way as,
I refuse to let you go.
what do you want?
Why you hate me so much? I think I have a serious problem to fix. Have you ever had that nagging feeling at the back of your head? Like something you forgot to bring or something you forgot to do, but just do not know what?
Unfinished business?
And you have those voices nagging at you,
Telling you nicely.
poking you to figure out what exactly you have forgotten. You're supposed to be
Wait, I'm sorry.
poking you and to figure out what you have forgotten. Exactly you have forgotten. Then you leave next. Well, I woke up this morning.
Evening. You spent all night drinking and you woke up in the evening.
你又去啉酒啦？该死啊！
死了才可以陪你嘛。
啊？
So yeah, I woke up and there they were. These nagging voices, my wife, my mother, and they are
Not real.
我是真的，我是鬼来的。
Don't listen to her. She's a bit rude. She's just,
part of my brain.
he's really just talking to himself.
And they have followed me to work today.
He dragged us along.
I just need to figure out.
What your unfinished business is?
And they will disappear.
Poof.
And I'll be alone again. You know, I wasn't always a tour guide. I used to be a CEO. I worked for a big Indonesian firm. And I would sell shipments of glass to HDB. I was like my father. He loved to talk. My mother used to say,
哈，恁老爸啊的嘴也是真正厉害啊！伊一句话尔，墙顶的鸟啊，要爬落伊的手啊！
that's how also I managed to get my wife. She was 16 and sitting at a bench studying. I was 21 and I just ended work. And I so happens to see her. And I thought to myself, wow, this girl very pretty leh. When shall we three meet again?
Huh?
In thunder, lightning, or in rain? Fair is foul, foul is fair. Hoover through the fog and filthy air.
How you know?
Last time I also studied Macbeth in school.
But how come you remember all the lines?
I don't know leh, I just can remember. She was young, so very easy to impress. You know, I always felt that the moral of the story is never listen to your wife. If Macbeth didn't listen to Lady Macbeth and killed the king, Lady Macbeth wouldn't go crazy. And Macbeth wouldn't die in the end, right? She like this, very innocent. But when we got married,
Where did you go?
咱做你话才回来。Are you drunk？那你不要做。喂，咱做是假搞着。
Oi, answer me.
when shall we three meet again?
Stop it.
In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
一个好的某啊，哈，会互伊个阿嬷较早转来。
我在这。
迄阵啊，你若是听我的话啊，带别人做某就袂安尼款了咯。
You see? You see?
I was out with my clients.
你听我讲话无？
You know what this business is like. If I can't drink it, then they will not buy from me already.
I never say don't do it. But every single night, sometimes I think,
I'm not drunk, lah. Why you women so drama?
you smell of beer and cigarette. Your mother, she
You just let her.
keeps on.
我伫遮。
She refused to pay. I tried to clean her up. And she started calling me all sorts of names.
You just tolerate, lah.
Why must I always be the one to tolerate? I have to work all day and look after your mother at night. I'm like your slave like that when you go out and party with your friends.
I'm working.
For all I know, you have another woman outside.
Not again.
Yes, again. Again and again and again.
I would never ever.
Lydia's husband said,
Please.
you let the girl sit on your laps.
Please, lah. Lydia's husband went home with one of the girls, okay? I didn't tell her only.
Did you touch the girl?
No. But sometimes.
How can I trust you? Why won't you want to come home?
Sometimes, after a long day, I just want to unwind.
You are sick and tired of me. You are sick and tired of your mother. You want to run away. You are not sorry. But this is your house. This is your mother. Your responsibility. Why do I have to take care of your shit?
我伫遮。
知呀，知道了。
咱做好讲话你大声。
Did it come across my mind? And I wasn't proud of it. I thought to myself, Ma, why don't you just die? After all, you're so old already. Then you wouldn't have to suffer so much. Me and Rose, then we wouldn't have any more problems.
我唔知你讲啥，我袂明白。
啊，我
Say it.
我
You can't even say it to her.
OK。你是我的囝。
as they say, be careful what you wish for.
你是我的囝，你要做，对吧？
As they say, be careful what you wish for. Okay.
Continue.
Yeah. Huh? Okay. Do you know what happens to your waste when you throw them into the rubbish chute? Most people think that they just magically disappear. Well, they don't. They go into big rubbish bin at the bottom of your HDB block. Then your friendly Bangladeshi worker will come and then your friendly Bangladeshi worker will come and do your dirty laundry or you're on the way to work. They will retrieve the rubbish bin one by one and throw them onto big trucks. These trucks will then travel all the way to the incinerator plant. There are 4 at the moment. Tuas, Senoko, Tuas South, and Campus Acres. Situated far away from any houses or offices, so that no one will be affected. Your waste is then thrown into refuge bunkers that are kept below atmospheric pressure, so that almost no smell comes up from there. They are like little elf factory that Santa Claus has in the North Pole. Far away from the people, and quiet and senseless, to keep the magic of Singapore's friendliness alive. Your rubbish gets broken down, and the scrap matter is picked up and sent for recycling, and the rest is burned into ash and scrap. It's funny, because the waters around, and which we pour into Semakau landfill, it's funny. The waters around there is the only place where you are allowed to scatter the ashes of your loved ones. That's right. Our government is so efficient that even our waste don't go to waste. We are a small country. We will find the best way to maximize our outputs and minimize our losses. And above all, save space. Before Ma passed away, she said, no matter what, we must never cremate her. She was afraid of fire. When she was younger, her kampong was burnt to the ground. Sometimes she would wake up in the middle of the night and drink a hot cup of kopi in the kitchen. I would see her stirring the coffee while on the way to the toilet, and I would know that she dreamt of the fire. So we bury her in the ground. I didn't have the heart to tell Ma that 15 years later we'd have to dig her up and cremate her anyway, to make space for somebody else. That's how it is in Singapore. We are a small country. What to do, right? The new HDB blocks are different from the old HDB blocks. They have tunnels that link up to large, gigantic magnetic compactors. So when you drop your waste into the rubbish chute, it got sucked straight away into the compactor like giant vacuum cleaners. We no longer need a Bangladeshi worker to go to the rubbish bin to pick up one by one after your trash. It's more hygienic, uses less manpower, and reduces pest. But if you happen to fight with your wife in the middle of the night, and you happen to throw your ring into the dustbin in your drunken haste, and the next morning Marie comes to the house while you were sleeping and throws the rubbish into the rubbish chute, you have no chance of ever retrieving the ring back.
That's not why we are divorcing.
That's not?
No.
Then why?
It's because
I know. Were you ever happy with me?
yes, there was one thing you did that made me felt love. Whenever we fought, no matter how bad, even if we went to bed without speaking to each other, you would always make it a point to drive me to work the next day.
And we will never say a word in the car. Just cold wars for days and days.
And after work, you'll be waiting in the car park, ready to bring me home.
Do you remember our first date? Hey, I think my mother also in the cinema.
Huh? You serious?
No lah, just joking lah. I live near there ma, so sometimes my family will come.
Oh.
Why? You excited to see my mother, is it? We not even a couple yet.
Oi, you don't so thick skin, no?
Hey, you never bring a scarf.
I'm not cold. Don't worry.
No lah, I scared later on the movie very scary, then you need to, have something to hide your face in, but if you scared, you just squeeze my hand and you'll be okay.
I'm not so scared so easily.
Hey, that's my mother.
Stop it, Peter. It's not funny.
I'm not. Ma. Ma,
那家里有你知道？
我跟朋友来看戏。
Auntie. That was the worst first date ever.
Then why did you marry me?
I was stupid. You asked me.
Hey, if you ever marry me, can you tahan stay with my mother? If you cannot, then I cannot marry you.
Then I said, what to do? Okay, lor.
The funny thing about life is, everything is connected. And it's only when you grow older that you start to see where the threads meet or snap. You can point to the specific point and say, this is the moment I screw up the fan. You know, in the 1970s, the color of the Singapore River was the color of your hair, black like anything. 1 kilometer before you saw the river, you would be able to smell the perfume of Singapore. Chao Kau Besi. Lee Kuan Yew and his cabinet ministers were very embarrassed by the smell. What would tourists think about us? They said, I want to see fishes swimming in the water. Because before, if you put a fish into the water, the fish will pingsan. So the government rushed to clean it. A lot of people don't understand why it took 10 years to clean the river when it is only 3 kilometers long. They don't realize that if you throw a cigarette butt in Ang Mo Kio, it will reach the Singapore River. Because they are all connected. So if you want to clean the river, you would have to clean everything else. Geylang River, Kallang River, Rochor Canal, Stamford Canal, and all the longkangs. They also had to clear along the banks of both sides of the river. The 4,000 squatters living, bathing, eating, and shitting there. The 610 pig farms and 480 duck farms dumping their animal waste, and the illegal food hawkers cooking and cleaning their woks in the water. And those days, we had no toilet bowls. We were all using the night soil carrier. Everyone had a bucket where we shit into it, and someone would collect all the bucket and send them to the farmers to use in the farms. And of course, it will go back to the Singapore River eventually. So they had to build sewer pipes, hawker centers, and HDB flats. And in order not to remember the smell, they changed some of the road's name. Lavender Street wasn't Lavender Street. You really think they grow lavender there, man? By 1987, the cleaning was completed. They put fishes into the river, and the fishes could swim. Lee Kuan Yew was very happy. Some members of parliament even started swimming. And the people around them started pointing. Look, look, look at them swimming. They clapped and cheered and jumped into the water. The cool, clean, clear, crystal water.
Peter! Peter! Are you drunk?
那这里哪里醉？
Are you drunk again?
Stop, Bessie.
I told you not to let her eat.
Then you want her to stop?
She already ate 1 hour ago.
But she's still hungry.
She's always hungry.
She already, you let her eat whatever she wants.
Yeah, you let her and you see what happened? She outside all over herself. I already told you, old people cannot anyhow eat.
I will get Marie to change her diaper.
It's Sunday.
So?
It's Marie's off day.
Okay. Oh, then we just wait for her to come back and change her.
You are going to let your poor mother wear a dirty diaper all day?
Then you do lah.
You're very good at making people do things, no? I told you not to let her eat.
I can't do it. I'm a man. I will see her private part.
You are a kid. You are not a kid anymore. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
Fine. I'll do it. I always end up clearing your best anyway.
Then don't do it lah.
And just let her sit there and let the whole house stink.
Yeah.
So childish.
I'm not.
Are you listening to yourself? Where are you going?
Out.
You are going drinking again?
I just need to breathe a breath of air.
You think you are the only one who needs a break, is it?
Then leave.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. Just go. Go and don't come back. You nag until my ears bleed. At least I will have some peace and quiet.
Why do you have to say such hurtful things? Why are you always so angry with me? Why are you always so angry with me?
You're not any better.
I'm your wife, not your enemy. Why are you waging this war against me? So what if you win? All I wanted was some help.
That's why I got Marie.
From you. She only wants you. She doesn't like anybody else. She makes our lives difficult. She talks about you all the time. But she hardly ever get to see you. She needs so much time and attention and energy. Time they could have gone to us. We could have had a baby. But I tell myself that it's okay. No matter what, she's your mother. She's still family. So I do it for you. Is it so wrong to ask for a bit of support from you? If I leave, I won't come back. Is that really what you want?
Wait. I didn't mean. Look, I'm just very stressed this day lah. So
What? Just say please.
I can't.
我只知道，
我知道，
我听了。
我帮你洗澡了，我带你去洗。You know, I wasn't always a tour guide. I used to be a CEO. And I worked for a big Indonesian firm owned by a very rich Chinese Indonesian man who was one of Forbes' 100 most powerful men in the world. I had to share an office with him. He was a very strange old man. We had to work in absolute silence. And whenever the phone rang, he would make me pick it up and talk to the person, even if it was his wife or son. But one thing I really couldn't tahan was, he would eat the same food for a week. So if he ate Hokkien Mee on Monday, he would eat it all the way to Sunday. He would eat it all the way to Sunday. And because he didn't like to eat alone, he didn't like to do anything alone. So I have to accompany him. If I didn't eat with him or come up with an excuse, he will make my life hell. One day, We were supposed to take a plane to Indonesia together to meet a client. But he had a toothache. So I had to go and see the dentist. But nobody told me. So I happily took the plane and I went there. When I arrived, they called me on the phone. And he was screaming on the phone. Why did you leave without me? When I came back to Singapore, he said in front of everybody, you better say sorry. But he forgot that he told me once many years ago when he let his guard down. Sorry means you admit you make a mistake. And they can use that in court. Sorry will cost you your job. And I have seen it many times. A colleague saying sorry because they were trying to be nice. But immediately dismissed, being fired. So I refused to say sorry. And because I knew he would find a way to get rid of me, I quit. And I retired early. But I always think back to those moments where I should have said what I wanted to say.
You know why we are here now?
I think so.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you again before I sign the papers.
I won't let you talk to me.
I'll find a way.
What will you say?
Simple things.
Like what?
Honest things.
Like what?
I'm sorry. I tried to sweep everything under the carpet. I could have done better. I miss you.
And you, so childish. I hope the real Rose will give you another chance. Good luck.
妈，
什么？
你知道你在哪里吗？
我咯，
不捞什么高，
啊，什么狗？
这里是垃圾分发后运去的地方，
我们好会修啊！
那里到处都是水，水四面环绕，水不是克我吗？河海相逢，如大海保护我们。
答应我莫过啉了吼。
一日啉一杯啦，我嘛是人。
好啦。海真水，我想要去受水。
妈，